Hi students, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am going to explain about input-output functions in C. So what are the input devices? The most commonly used input device is the keyboard. The most commonly used output device is the monitor, right? So, so generally input you are going to give through the keyboard and output you are going to see onto the monitor. So there are three different types of input functions to read. So character, string, or numbers, anything from the keyboard. So input functions are used to read data such as characters, string and numbers from the keyboard. So there are three types of input functions in C. So what is a get character, scanf and get string function. So get character is a function which is used to read only single character from the keyboard, and scanf is it can read text, right, string and numbers, right, so from the keyboard. Okay, similarly gets, right, so it is used to read only string, so that is nothing but okay. So finally, so get character is used to read the character, only single character from the keyboard. It may read text data, right, string data, numbers, and it is used to read only string from the keyboard. And so output functions in C, output functions are used to display various types of data such as characters, strings and numbers on the output screen. Okay, so whatever output you are executing, the output is going to print onto the monitor. So in order to print any output, any information onto the monitor, we have to use the output functions. So there are three different types of output functions: putchar, printf and putstring. Put character is used to print only single character onto the output, sorry, single character onto the output, and whereas printf prints text, okay, numbers and strings and some special character, everything onto the screen. And next put says, so it is going to print on a string onto the monitor. So this is nothing but, there is nothing but put string. Okay, so like this, so these are the three functions which are used to print output onto the screen. So already I discussed this character oriented IO functions as well as printf scanf functions in the previous video. Just go and go through that. Now I'm going to discuss on, right, input output functions. So that is especially string oriented output functions in C. String oriented input output functions are the two most commonly used string oriented input output functions are get string and put string. So get string is used to read only string from the keyboard, and put string is going to print string onto the monitor, right? So these are the string onto the monitor. Okay, so these are the, so only just it can read a string from the keyboard and it can print a string onto the monitor. So the get string function is used to read string from the keyboard. So just generally a string is C is essentially character array. Okay, na? So for example, I am writing, so character A of 20 equal to character A of 20 equal to, I can write here my name. Let's go with, right. So here what happens here? So a character A, so A is an array which can hold up to 20 characters inside it. So A is a variable or array name. Character is a keyword and it can store up to 20 characters here, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this is G O V I N D, so on up to 20 characters it can display. Okay, now this is about a variable A which holds a string. That's why string is a group of characters. So this is string is a group of characters which must be character array. Okay, so similarly, so get string function is used to read, you know, because already I stored in the character array A, I stored Govind, so that will be, so that the whatever data which is there in the array A, that will be read by the get string function. Similarly, put string function, the put string function is used to print a string onto the monitor, right? So here just now I told you, so the variable A, what it stores, array stores a variable is called Govind. So put string, so what are the monitor you want to display, that variable should be mentioned here. Whatever the variable, whatever the A contains, that will be displayed onto the monitor. So there is nothing but string is going to print onto the monitor. So let me explain through an example. Ash include standard input output header file into main. And a character name I declared as a 50 characters. So like that. So here what happens now, character I'm replacing here. So name, I think which can be 50 characters for example. So I can give up to 50 characters here. So I'm giving my name, that's all, up to 7 to 8 characters. Okay now. So this is nothing but this way we are, name is a array name, okay now, and which can hold 50 characters that I display as a keyword as a character. So print enter name. So I am going to enter my name here. So this is going to store in the name variable. This is going to store in the name variable, okay na? So that can be read, that can be read by the get get string, right? So this is a output printer. Just printf means you enter the string is as it is displayed onto the screen. Then here puts name, okay na? Puts and name nothing but what is the name. So Govind is there inside it. So that's why I'm writing a name. Name is a variable of an array. So whatever data in the name that is going to display onto the string, that's a Govind is going to display onto the string. So this is nothing but essentially a string. Okay. So let me explain this through an example. This is a program I wrote. So this is a string oriented IO functions. So hash include stdio.h. C program start with hash include stdio.h. I'm writing into main character. So name is an array. Name is an array, character array that can store up to 50 characters. Then I'm in, so print enter the your name. So the name, the whatever double quote, so what the printf double quote that will be display as it is onto the screen. Hence I'm going to enter my name here. That name is will be read by the gets string function, and this is I'm going to print onto the screen. You enter puts name. Puts name means whatever the name we have, the variable, whatever variable contains the data will be displayed onto the screen. Okay no? So let me run this, you'll understand. So this is a program. Okay, I entered my name here, right? I entered my name Govind, right? So this will be read by the gets, this get string function. Okay, and same time, so there's that whatever name is the Govind is, that can be print onto the screen by using put string function. So get string function is to read whatever the entered name from the keyboard. So just like I entered Govind, it comes in and store in this into the name, and same thing is going to print onto the screen. So puts string is used to print a string onto the screen. Gets string is used to read input from the keyboard, name string from the keyboard. Okay. So this is about this, and let me continue this. And the difference between gets string function, scanf function. The scanf function cannot read a blank spaces in a string, for example. So for example, I'm writing printf, enter the name. For example, I entered scanf, percentages come, for example, ampersand name, yes or not. So if I'm entering free from the keyboard, that is Govind, this is raw. Okay no? So space is provided, no? So our scanf only reads up to here. Scanf cannot read this blank spaces, hence only Govind will be stored into the name but not the raw. Okay, wherever there is a space is coming, so our scan stops on this. So remaining string cannot be read by the scanf function. Whereas, okay now, whereas scanf, yeah, this is, whereas gets name, okay now, even you are entering a Govind like this. Okay na? So this gets name function, it reads a complete string even there are blank spaces are there. So that is the difference between gets and scanf function. The difference between puts and print function. Okay na? So generally when you are writing printf, something you are writing the addition of, right, a and b is, okay na? So the cursor is in the same line, right? But until unless you write the next line character, the cursor goes on in the next line. But in the case of okay na? So the printer will be, after printing the message, it will be in the same line, but it will not go to the next line until unless you write \n. But in the case of put s function, So whatever you are writing, the string will be displayed automatically, and the cursor will goes to the next line. It doesn't record any backslash n. So after printing every string, cursor will go to the next line like this. Okay, this is the difference between puts and printf. Whereas printf doesn't go to the next line, but puts string after printing a string, so it will go to the next line and print another string. Okay. So thanks for watching. Any doubt? Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe, share, and like. Thanks for watching.